Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you back to the library of Ruina, where today the new things have released. What are those new things? They have released the cards and key pages for every member of the ensemble. So that's who we've got Hockmer's team equipped with, because why the Christing hell not? So we have Hockmer here, who's equipped with the Bremen, who have a very nice ability of causing a lot of various debuff effects when they hit someone. We also have Oswald here, who likes to just put on a performance by using very high dice number cards. We have Tanya's page, who just says, you know that death you meant to give me? Forget about it. I don't want any of that. And then we have Artemis as Elaine, who is, as everyone expected, pure smoke. Well, mostly pure smoke. When using a combat page with an effect involving smoke, all dice gain +1 power. Honestly, she has probably one of the weakest effects, because she comes with the meat gear, thought gear, and doesn't even start with the +1 smoke gain, like the rest, the regular meat gears, which I think is a tad absurd. But then we have the puppeteer, who just has puppet strings, which is one of the most stupid abilities, and it should cost more than 4, in my opinion. But anyway, let's get on with Hockmer and see how bad Pluto is going to be, because everyone says that Pluto is actually really bad. So yeah, let's just go. Greetings, I am Hockmer. I am the librarian who guards this floor. You are quite a polite gentleman. This wasn't expected from the library that was rumored to be brutal. Not to mention, this place also has a rather quiet and moody atmosphere. Not bad. The silence and emptiness makes it hard for one to believe that the Macaray atrocity of turning people into books has taken place here on multiple occasions. Actually, it hasn't! I have never used Hockmer before! It has never happened here! May I ask who the people behind you are? They're the assistant librarians who shall aid me in receiving you warm. You may introduce yourselves to each other. But of course, my name is Pluto. I believe this floor was a floor dedicated to the topic of religion. What is religion in your view, if I may ask? What could it be? I would say that it is what one firmly believes in, and a state of mind that gives motivation and significance to their deeds. Is the power of belief really limited to endowing one with such a mindset? Doing deeds for the good of this world doesn't inherently make one a good person, and neither does committing a bad deed make one evil. Even if one performs misdeeds, they can be a virtuous person, and can be forgiven for anything. I'd argue that belief and religion are what enables one to think that everything they conceive and accept is right. In that context, faith in religion has to be a truly selfish and cruel concept. I suppose your statement isn't entirely incorrect. Do you agree with it? I could say that it is true that an unsteady and crumbled mind is prone to absorb improper beliefs. Unsteady, you said. Do you have anyone or anything you believe in? I cannot say for sure. I tend not to place faith in what I cannot see. In fact, I cannot be entirely certain of if I am here in reality, or in a dream, or if I am actually looking at you or not. I even question the fact that I am here, standing on my 2 feet. After all, it may be a mere product of an illusion. Humans can fool their own senses. How can I believe in what does not exist, let alone worship it? That would be akin to sensing coldness upon touching a hot object, and vice versa. For instance, what if there was a deceptive entity that masks one's perception of the world with falsehood? Regardless of reality, if one perceives it in a certain way, that would become an undeniable truth. Even if it turns out to be false, the fact that one believes it to be the truth at the moment remains stuart. To believe in something, one must believe in themselves, and their view on it. You're speaking specious words. I only realized that day that I cannot blindly trust what my eyes show me. In that moment, I was made a fool. The shallow promise that our safety would be secured, the thin piece of a contract, is what cost me everything. Had he not saved me, I might have drowned myself in resentment toward the whole world, and met my end. And now I plan to take the path he intends to open. If I had to state one thing I believe in, it would be Sir Archangel and the new world he shall create. Let me ask you what makes you put your faith in him. If I can close my eyes and open them again to a new world forever devoid of lies, I will readily believe in him. And I hope you will come to appreciate the city when it becomes such a place. I will refrain from stating my assessments. My opinion matters little to you after all. Well, if you say so, in that case, be prepared. If you're ready, I shall begin.
Impatience will hurt us. Impatience will hurt us. I'll get ready. You're right, Hawkman, sir. Is there any way to handle this? We have to believe in that we can win. I don't think we can take him on in any ordinary way.
I am certain we will persevere if we try.
Right. So, I'm guessing you're giving everyone a contract. Add a copy of Counterpart Liberty to the target's hand. Liberty, randomized costs. Randomized costs. Must use pages with a certain cost. Okay. Combat start. Add a copy of Counterpart Amplification to the target's turn. Amplification. Targets of a certain cost gain power. Others lose power. Combat start. Add a copy of Counterpart Swiftness to the target's hand. Swiftness. Gain haste. Must engage in clashes. Perfect! That's the person who is, what am I calling it? Who I made the tank. Thank you. Add a Counterpart Might to the target's hand. Gain strength. Must use one offensive die. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Add a copy of Counterpart Light. Light fully restore light. Must use all of it. Okay. Well, can I choose who they target? Yes, I can. Alright, well, let's put one of these on everyone then. I just realized you're immune to damage. So you know what? I should not be bothering to attack. However, I'm trying to remember what everyone's deck is right now. You have puppet strings, so who do I want to give puppet strings to? You know what? I want to give puppet strings to you. You deserve the puppet strings. You know what? So, let's just play immediately. Give me my contracts. You do no damage to me. Okay. So now you're actually doing things. And those things, and you're still immune to damage. Interesting. Shade. Masterful Smoker. Oh, you give me all the stuff that we gain. Huh. Okay. Interesting. On Clash Lose, this character will use the page that was clashed against Nick's scene. Alright. Obligation Might. At the start of the scene, gain 2 strength. If the character uses a combat page that has 2 or more non-counter offensive dice, becomes staggered Nick's scene. What? Counterpart Might. While this page is in hand, gain the effect Obligational Contractual Might. If the character uses a combat page that has 2 or more non-counter offensive dice, becomes staggered. So I'm only allowed to use counter dice that have one thing. Okay. Man, I really got screwed for speed, didn't I? Looking at these guys' speed. Liberty. At the start of the scene, randomizes the costs of all combat pages whose original cost is 3 or less. If the character plays a combat page whose cost is 3, lose 25% HP at the end of the scene. Okay, that sounds pretty meh. When playing combat pages whose cost is 1, randomly determined between 2 to 3 each scene, their cost you gain +1, plus 3 power to them. Okay. Huh. I don't know if he's gonna take damage for restoring light at the end of the... For restoring light. At the end of the scene, take damage equal to light. So I feel you're gonna take 20% damage because you're restoring 2 light. And if that's the case, I'm then just gonna play the contract. You're playing a contract because that is stupid. Those contracts are fine. Alright, let's just see what happens. Oh look, I lost, just like I wanted. Nyahahaha! Nyahahaha! All the block! I like how Mr. Puppeteer's puppets use Mr. Puppeteer uses the puppets for his animations. I really like that. Okay. Right. Screw off with time. Time sucks. So you get to deal and take twice as much stagger damage now. Void Searcher. Okay, so that stays on me. I basically just use it to stop the effect from happening this turn. Right. Okay. I'm the real one, 999. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a big load of crap I'm noticing you doing. Huh. I was not expecting this sort of encounter. I won't deny. Is it all bludgeoning? It is all bludgeoning. What card do you need to avoid doing? If the character plays any combat page whose cost is 1. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I gave Elaine the 5 triangrams, because she's gonna need it this scene. Alright. Let's see how this manages to go, shall we? This shade here should be dead. So go. Glorious. Expected. Unfortunate, but you avoided one of them. Nice block. Nice block. Go to hell. Go to hell. Yeah, there's a reason I didn't really care about you doing what you were doing to them this turn. Well, that's one dead. Goodbye. 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 Right. Let's do the bloody wings on you as well. That's stupid. I had the contract in hand. I used the contract. That's fucking stupid. Alright, whatever you say, game, I suppose. Don't play any card which has a cost of 2. Oh, look! We don't have any! To be fair, I did give you the puppet strings, so I think you ought to be okay. Alright, guys. He's taking one attack. He can just deal with taking one attack, quite honestly. Let's go! Blocked. Blocked. Have they changed how guns work or something? Nice slices, well done. And staggered, awesome. Nice dodge. Staggered. Awesome. Also staggered. Awesome. Right, they're all staggered. I can just bloody lay into them now. Alright, sweet. Okay, guys, I think you're done. You really got the worst contract possible, didn't you, Oswald? I think I have to make sure I use it with the first dice, but I can't be sure. Either way, let's just go. Yeah, he doesn't care much about getting staggered, in full honesty. That guy's dead. Awesome. That guy's dead. That shade suddenly has a ton of HP for some goddamn reason. Fully recover stagger resist and purge all status ailments. Oh. Well. As if there was ever a reason. And it applies to everyone. On use, gain a speed die for next scene. Awesome. On Clash Win, destroy opponent's next die. Heaven. Penance. Recover, all allies recover 15 HP and stagger resist. That's actually pretty good. Seal a speed die next scene. Also, really, really good. I didn't pick one. Apparently I did. I'm not against it, but still. Oh, now I get why you're alive. Because of that stupid crap. Right, yeah. Of course. It is so funny how Oswald basically can't do anything. Because of his damn... whatchamacallit. But you know what? We can also just work on the basis he gets an attack every other turn. Go. Good block. Good block. Nice. Nice. Awesome. Nice. Brilliant. Brilliant. Awesome. Nice. Glorious. Dead. Is Hokma dead now? No. Not quite. Right. Summon a shade of the librarian trapped in a barrier next scene. Okay. Trap the target in a barrier next scene. Are you still immune to everything? Mostly. You're only endured versus stagger. So... trap the target in a barrier. Well, you know what? If you're going to be trapping people in barriers, then... better make sure it ends up being... the right person. Alright then, let's go. Let's see how this works out. Nice dodge. I'm surprised you hit with that, Pluto. Not so much surprised by that. Kinda have to wonder how I am meant to kill you. For the duration of the reception, restore 1 light at the start of each scene. If the librarian also has baptism, just restore 1 additional light. Okay. Ooh, I could use penance with you. Just because you can then stagger yourself every round quite reliably. But then you will die quite reliably too. So it's a bit harder to say if I want to do that or not. I'm gonna go with Nostalgic Sound because he's about to summon something or other, isn't he? Hey look, Paradise Lost. Should I just use that? Alright, what does you summoning a shade do? At the end of the scene, switch... At the end of the scene, switch the HP of the trapped librarian. At the end of the scene, switch the HP of the librarian trapped in the barrier with the shades. What? So in other words, ignore the shade, is what I'm hearing from that. Because Hokma here has exceptionally low HP right now. Sealing barrier, cannot act. Targetable by librarians. Once staggered, the barrier dissolves. Oh. Well. Does that not mean he's just dead now, then? I also feel like just saying fuck it and summoning Mr. White Knight. Actually, why am I trying to stagger this barrier? Out of interest. This barrier has the H. It just gives him more health. By the end of it all. Go! This is weird. How this is working out. Good block. Good block. Nice. Good enough. Will do. I also notice you're losing HP. I also don't quite know how. That was unfortunate, you just getting hit then. Well, as I said, Hokma's dead. You're losing HP, and I don't know why. Alright, Hokma's dead, but let's see how this goes. That's right, get staggered, you bloody prick. I'm giving everyone strength this turn. You may have staggered him, but it's not gonna be enough to help. Let's see how well this Paradise Lost works this round anyway, shall we? You're dead. Again, I'm not sure how we're meant to kill Pluto. Alright, what abilities do you have? Mass attack. This page exhausts on use. On use. Recovers 8 HP and 8 and stagger resist for every enemy present. Is that on everyone or just you? All allies recover 6 HP and stagger resist. Okay, it was just you. Well. I just realized you have just copied the whatchamacallit. Ha! That's kind of funny to me. Let's just stagger this guy and see what happens. Goodbye. So when I free him, he does actually get staggered or damaged from my attacks. Interesting. Badouge of radical quiet uses. At the end of the scene, take stagger damage equal to ×5 the number of each die failed to deal damage. Oh yes, perfect time to be in this stupid mode, isn't it? Alright guys, go. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but, you know, go. Okay, one failed to hit. And that was it. Is the only way we can win to stagger this prick. Let's see what happens. This is very weird. Okay, so we do go down to the health that we were. That's intriguing. Okay, you are more than likely dead. Meaning, I need to figure out how to do a crap ton of damage to this guy, like now. Pluto is almost dead. That is something we do have to acknowledge. Right, that's one shade missing. And another person dead. But let's see. While the character's alive, all other allies gain 2 protection. If you have White Knight's Ego... You know what? I'll take Divine Power on the person who just used the Ego gift, okay? Sounds good? Sounds good. Sign of a Star. Actually deal damage. Besides, you are also attacking a person that actually can't get hit right now. or die right now. So, what I should do, honestly, probably just have you do all the light regen abilities. Because first, you can't die. And that will generate you 3 light. Next turn, you'll generate another, which means you'll be able to use Sound of a Star. Go! Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We have tons of protection and ways for us to live. We are perfectly good. You can't kill my friends. No way, no how can you kill them. Right, I am over the stagger amount, which means the Sound of a Star, which if the user's resist is over whatchamacallit, deal the damage, should make it so that you take the damage. Then I just need to survive another 2 rounds. Alright. Go. Why am I suddenly taking a crap ton of damage? Alright. Now it's just a matter of, can Void Searcher survive a round? That's all. A singular round is all he must live. Okay. Go. Nice. Nice. Fine. Go ahead and hit me. You have died now. Goodbye, Pluto! You were a well fought battle. I won't deny that. The rewards for the ensemble can only be redeemed once. That's fine. What did I get? Pluto's page and the suspicious contract. Suspicious contract. Restore 1 light upon discarding this page. Alright, that sounds a little off. So are you guys still locked, or... Yes, you are. Okay. Pluto's page. Contracts. At the start of a scene, 2 random combat pages in hand, whose cost is 1 or greater, gain the following effect for the scene. Cost is lowered by 1. On use, lose 4 HP, but all dice on page gain power. Ooh! Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if I should give that to the Red Baron. Because, I mean, Red Baron obviously needs more ways to lose HP so he can gain more strength, doesn't he? Oh god, that is... Alright. On the floor of General Works, Roland will receive his guest alone. Begin the reception. Of course. Hello, blue prick. What have you got? Take no damage from ranged attacks. You have a ranged attack, don't you? Yeah, you got 1, which is annoying. Resonate, whatever. Use this resonate, a combat page that it becomes stronger if Argia's thing is equal to the pet thing. If speed is equal to target's vibration, all dice on this page gain +4 power, and target loses all vibration. Okay. On hit, target gains 3 vibration. On hit, target loses 2 vibration. On clash lose, opponent loses 2 vibration. Paralysis on hit. Dice on this page and the page clashing with it are unaffected by power loss or gain. Final impromptu. When HP falls to 25, purge all status ailments, fully recover stagger resist. Afterwards, use this combat page, final impromptu. HP does not fall below 25 until this happens. Yes, because I'm meant to beat that. Full commitment. Immune to immobilization. Fine. Opponent's max HP and stagger resist increase. Obviously, it's a duel. Opponent's number of dice, pages drawn per scene, and light recovery increased by 2. If no other allies are present at the end of the scene, gain 3 strength next scene. Okay, so you permanently just have +3 strength. Sure, that's fair. Also, I just right-clicked by accident. Fine. Alright, Blue Prick.
Come on, Roland. Are you really going to keep your mouth shut before me?
What do you want to hear? We both know each other's goals.
Aren't you? You aren't still being oversensitive because we hurt Angela's feelings, are you? Of course you aren't. You're just mad because a wrench has been thrown into your oh so perfect plan.
Rich coming from a man pulling this crap.
I wonder what you're implying by this. Something wrongful? See, I can't understand the distinction between right and wrong.
That means you are a psychopath. I should know. I'm a sociopath. They're similar. We just know the difference and we can just choose to ignore it.
The right things are ingrained into human beings in the name of common sense, hindering their process and making them live unhappy lives.
What horse crap are you spewing this time?
You know, what they often call definitions. Why does time flow in one direction? That's because you think time has to flow one way. Why is that the right thing? What makes something right? Why do we have to bother deciding what's right? Maybe it's because there's an entity that drew those lines, so we can't progress any further. Why is the concept of rightness trying to restrain human desires? Why is it impeding our advancement? Are questions I asked. I raised these questions and worked out an answer shortly after, and now I'm going to announce it to all of the city.
So let me get this straight. You're rambling that it's possible to go back in time and crap if that mold is broken. You're wasting your life on useless ideas.
No, it will be possible. You just can't get out of the mold because you're firmly holding on to it, doubting the possibility. Without this mold, our ascent will reach infinite heights. This is no hypothesis. It's a fact that can be proven. Having realized that, our ensemble now stands before you like this.
You talk big, but you just want to get rid of the pain you're carrying in truth, am I wrong? You want to crush me, the city, and most of all Angela for taking Angelica's life.
Do you think I'm like you? You might have seen through one thing, but you can't see further than that. I'm not planning to return my suffering in full. I won't deny all of it though. Perhaps I did think of doing it at first. My only light was taken from me twice. For a brief moment, I felt all kinds of emotions before that piano. Despair, obsession, rage, sorrow. But it took no time for those feelings to dissipate into nothing. Everything, yes, everything seemed beautiful afterwards. Was it truly a tragedy that I lost her? Who defined it as a tragedy? Roland, you may still be blinded by wrath, but I made the decision that I will care not about those feelings anymore.
As if. You're clinging onto the justification that it's for Angela's sake even now, Angelica's sake even now.
That's not it, Roland. I'm going to send off Angelica with this performance. I won't be going on an unsightly rampage, unlike a certain someone. That Angelica can justify the pursuit of an ambition tainted by unclean desires is just a dreadful excuse now.
If you realize that, why don't you also drop the excuse about this being her dirge or whatever?
Humans can be so finicky, no? That's why I'm preparing this performance. This performance will be my final enlightenment. I'll share it with everyone at the same time. Moreover, this dirge will be the last thing I do for Angelica.
I still have no idea what you're saying. I guess your bullcrappery levels are off the charts for me, huh?
The existence of things we cannot understand is what makes life fun. I'll continue to chase after what lies beyond my understanding after this. Which means I'm going to wield the power to ceaselessly move forward. To do that, I'll have to take the power you're keeping in your storage into my own two hands. Isn't that right? Let's end our affectionate conversation here. Haha, you're still keeping those gloves. How putrid.
Shut up!
Let the performance begin. This will be the overtune to us and change what we're about to usher into the world.
Alright, this ought to be good then. So, how do I want to go about this? I just realized I have not given you any cards. Any passives. Hold on. Okay. Let's see if this works. Shall we? We even have the spectacle that is White Knight watching over us as we fight. So, clearly we need to do this properly. I don't think we really have to worry too much about what we're fighting with. Alright, let's see how round one goes. Really? Nice. Awesome. Glorious. Magnificent. Well done. You decided to give me a lot of crap, didn't you? I mean, I wouldn't normally mind these, but pulsation will either really help me or destroy me. But I do have healing attached, so you know what? It's extra strength, which we desperately need. How much strength do I have this turn? 5. And you gain strength as well. Good thing I've got more than you! Right. Go, Roland, go! Nice! Nice! Show this man who's boss! Show him the power of the Black Silence! Scars! Oh yes, scars. Scars will be very useful. Then again, 3 attacks on the successful thing dealing... what am I calling it? Would be useful. But is it more useful than just negating damage? Probably not, because the HP difference is so drastic. I see you're being pretty cruel about which dice you're targeting. Alright, Roland, let's go. He is bleeding this turn, so he is gonna take a lot of damage. But he's also being a prick with what he's summoning. Good block, then. I am very happy I decided to get grit on you. Grit seems like it's going to make all the difference. Right. Now what do I need? Obviously, the answer is obvious. Aspiration, more HP. Or do I want to inflict bind and then deal more stagger damage to him? No, I'll take more HP, thank you. It's kind of annoying you have a ranged attack when he's immune to ranged. You know that. Right. Roland, this could be a really bad round, but you do have a counter dice at least to counter that annoying attack there. So let's just see how this ends up going. So close. Nice. Man, you really have all the strength right now, don't you, Roland? Okay. Now then, after winning 2 or more clashes with a single combat page, inflict 1 ice splinter on an opponent. At the end of the scene, that's useless. He's immune to immobilize. Let's go with Frost and Sword of Frost. Well, now I can Furioso. On hit, inflict 5 bleed, 3 paralysis, and 3 fragile in each scene. Oh, that sounds very nice. Question is, which of these attacks is the biggest prick that I want to deal with? Alright, Roland, you ready? Time to do some serious damage to a bastard. Show him the power of the Black Silence! Nice dodge. Unfortunate. But you got all the hits through all the same. You just can't hit with that attack, can you? Nice lot of counter dice there. Well done. You've got 16 bound. Well, I guess I know what I'm allowed to attack you with. Alright, Roland. Go. Nice. Awesome. Awesome. Brilliant. Extra brilliant. Too bad. Oh well. Nice! You finally hit that attack. That was unfortunate. That's good. Well, on Clash Lose, gain 3 strength in each scene. Yet, I'm not clashing against that attack, thank you. Well, Roland, there's absolutely no point to you doing much anything, because he is going to be at the 25 mark by the end of this, but we just need to attack to hopefully make sure you don't get bloody staggered. You know? And for you to restore as much HP as possible to potentially survive that stupid screw-off attack. Target's die cannot be targeted. Target's current dice cannot be re-rolled. Okay. So what I'm clearly meant to do is Furioso that attack. But there's no point when I can't, because I can't use Attilia Logic against you. So I'm gonna Wheels Industry and pray that I survive. Oh, you killed yourself with bleeding! Yes! Bleed in the end, it always works. Alright, what did we get? A bunch of stuff, and I have no idea what it is, nor do I care. So, curtains closed, let's see the end. We managed to put a stop to that sicko and his gang of nutcases somehow. Looks like their books are on another level, too.
This is the end of the invitation's guidance. We're at our final destination.
Congrats, Angela. It's finally over. You've got a human body, so you don't have to live as a machine anymore, right?
Indeed, I am free now. All the light has been reclaimed. I have gained a perfect human body and freedom. I've made it with your help. Thank you, Roland. All I need to do now is take my book from the light.
Alright. Guess it's time for me to finish this too. Angela, you can guess what I'm about to do, yeah?
the great question. Are we going to be fighting Angela as Roland, or are we going to be fighting Roland as Angela? Because Angela clearly wants to survive. So perhaps we will be fighting Roland with Angela, and Angela just replaces Roland with her own cards and setup and everything in the slot. That would be really awesome. I have no idea what's going to happen, though. What a way to end that. Alright, anyway, Agretta, what's your crap? Take no damage from rage combat pages. Yeah, that's understandable. There's not that many in the game, so it's not like it's that good of a thing. When using a melee combat page, if the target's speed equals the target's vibration, all dice on the page gain +2 power and draw 2 pages. Alright, that sounds pretty awesome. What are your unique pages then? Because all the pages you just grabbed are unique to you. Mass attack, exhausted on use. Really? It doesn't... Look at those numbers. Those numbers are pathetic. Largo, restore 1 light. On hit, target loses 1 vibration. Why do I want that? On hit, target gains 2 vibration. On hit, target gains 2 vibration. That I do want. Resonant size. Not bad. Trails of blue. Unaffected by power. Okay. Well. I expected you to have more defenses. And be a little faster. Whatever. Well, everyone, it looks like I'm all out of content for today. So it looks like, what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today. I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that, until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.